All right. Hello, Durud and Shalom. Hi, everyone. Hi, Ali. We
Hello.
already said hi to. Let's pretend that we weren't talking before. We just. This is. Hi. Okay. All right.
Welcome back,
How are you
everyone.
doing?
I'm doing
Welcome back.
good.
Yes.
We
Um.
have some. I'll tell you guys what this means, but there are some similar statements that have come out from Ayatollah Mujtaba Khamenei, who can apparently post on Twitter but can't make a public appearance.
Mhm.
Pezeshkian, Charandi Marandi, and Arabchi. They've been very active today on social media. We're going to take a look at
Really?
what those statements are and decide.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to bring them up now?
Yeah, I'll bring up the supreme leader, and this is the closest you guys can get to seeing him.
So let's change the scene so you can bring it on. So no, you could this one. Change the scene like
The
that.
second one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll switch between those two.
So you don't need to. Oh, hold on. Let me remove the banner. And you don't need to change the layout, change the scenes because each layout is already merged to a scene. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Oh, wait. That's this one. Okay, go
This
ahead.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So today, Mr. Mujtaba said the valiant Quranic concepts that build human beings in Shahnameh unite all Iranian ethnicities and social strata in preserving their identity, independence, and in the battle against the Zahak-like aggressors. I'm going to leave this one up to you.
The valiant Quranic concepts that build human beings in Shahnameh. Oh my fucking God. Unite all Iranian ethnicities and social strata in preserving their identity, independence, and in the battle against the
Be back
Zahak.
in
Like,
30 seconds.
you know what's happening here. You guys know what's happening here. I think everybody understands what's happening here. He's trying to merge Islamic and patriotic Iranian symbolism and culture and tradition. What is happening? I think something is about to happen. Guys, look at the words. Guys, you guys understand what we're saying here? Look at the words that he's using and understand what he's trying to do. I think they're desperate. They're desperate for unity. They need the Iranian people right now more than ever before. Look at this. It says Quranic concepts that build human beings in Shahnameh. So Quran is the book that Muslims respect the most. Shahnameh is the book that the Iranian patriots respect the most. And the Iranian in Iran, patriotism and Islam work against each other most of the time, right? If not all the time. And the Islamic Republic is usually against patriotic symbols, but every time they're in trouble, they start to use patriotic symbolism as a way to gain the favor of the Iranian people. And the more desperate they get, the more they try to use patriotic symbols as a way to show that they are patriotic and they support Iran. And right now, like you could see that recently with those Lego propaganda AI Lego videos, there's so many uh, desperate attempts to make Quran and Shahnameh, Quran being Islam and Shahnameh being patriotic Iranian, basically ancient Persian symbols and all that, trying to unite them with each other as a way to suggest that they're both are pro-Iranian things, and this is pro-Iranian symbolism, and they stand for the same thing, and they don't because the Iranian people actually hate that. And this is a huge level of desperation. I've never seen this being posted. I see that being posted on billboards or propaganda videos, but this mentioning of Shahnameh by the supreme leader. Have you ever seen that? The supreme leader mentioning Shahnameh?
I've never seen that. But also, these books are the complete opposite of each other. The Quran came in and almost destroyed the Iranian culture and language, and the Shahnameh kept it alive. So I think it's how do you make a sentence where these two are supposedly on the same side?
I mean, exactly. And in fact, the whole point of Shahnameh was as a fight against the Islamic takeover of Iran. That was the point of the Shahnameh, right?
Yeah,
And the
that's the
fact
only
that the
reason.
Iranian people, yeah, the fact that the Iranian people respect the Shahnameh more than the Quran shows that the Islamic takeover was not successful in Iran. And we also have a question in the chat saying, what is Zahak like? You want to explain that to them?
That guy right there. Zahak is there like a Western story that's similar to the Shahnameh? I can't think of one off the top of my head.
I guess like Rustam is kind of like Hercules, and I don't know, Zahak would be like Hades.
Hades.
I don't know. Yeah, Hades.
Yeah. So Zahak is the evil character, and you have the hero, so Rostam, and in this case it would be Prince Reza Pahlavi. And Zahak is just pure evil, like type of like drink blood out of skulls type of evil, which is I think actually exactly what this guy said right here. You are the Zahak. So
Yeah, show that again. Yeah, you are the Zahak. Guys, again, remember that one of the most favorite chants of the Iranian people is Khamenei Zahak, Mikeshim Zir Khak, which means Khamenei the Zahak, we will kill you, we will drag you into the ground, right? And we have never seen a supreme leader like this using words like Zahak or Shahnameh. I've never seen Ali Khamenei use the symbolism in such a way. It's basic for a lot of Muslims in Iran consider this to be, not properly Islamic to use Shahnameh and Zahak as points of references instead of the Quran or like Nahj al-Balagha. So to me, this is just a little bit of desperation. But yeah, go on.
So this book, guys, the Shahnameh, is so when the Islamic invasion of Iran happened, they would force Iranians to convert to Islam or die, and many of them did die. They also banned the speaking of Farsi, and that took it took some time, but the Farsi language actually pretty much almost completely got forgotten and unused. And the only thing that did keep Farsi alive is the Shahnameh, was this book, who Ferdowsi spent the majority of his life, I think it was somewhere around 30 years, which is the majority of a lifespan back then, to write this book in a cave, because no one could know he would write it. And that is how Iranians found this book and relearned Farsi. So without this book, we wouldn't really have Farsi in modern day sound the way it does. So it's the biggest insult to the Iranian people. It's the biggest insult to have the Quran and the Shahnameh. And he's just saying the Quranic concepts that build human beings in Shahnameh, implying that the characters in the Shahnameh draw inspiration from Islam. But this is what Armin said. It's desperation. It's a way to show people outside of Iran who don't know any better that the Iranian people and Islam are one, when it couldn't be further from the truth.
Here, people are asking for, like, people are saying, is this a mythical thing? Yes. So like a devil type character. Yes, Zahak is like it's like a demon. It's like an evil. How about we watch should we watch a video about it?
Yeah, let's show them.
Okay. Do you guys want to watch a video about Zahak? Oh, look! Oh, we got a super chat. Look at this. Mushali, known as Zahak in Iran for the last 20 years. Yes, we've been calling the Ali Khamenei the Zahak of our time, We call Prince Reza Pahlavi the Feridun of our time. Oh yeah, people want to see what this is about. Let me see if I can find a good video. Maybe this one, because this one has 1 million views, so it might be a good explanation. Is there audio? Why do I have audio?
To tell the tale of the heroes of Persia, the stories of the adventurers who rode across the desert
Is this
sands,
good?
we must begin in a darker place. Sorry, something in my throat.
This mythology.
In ancient days, there was a king among the Arabs known as Mirdas, and he was kind and just. He possessed thousands of cows and sheep and horses, and gave milk freely to anyone who needed it. And this king had a son he doted on. But as is often the case, this beloved son did not inherit the kindness of his father. This young man was named Zahak, and though brave, he was turbulent with a dark disposition. Then one day, he met a man named Iblis, and they became fast friends. Eventually, Iblis said to Zahak, "There is something you must know, but first, you must swear to tell no one." And despite him sounding like a straight-to-VHS Disney villain, Zahak swore. Iblis then said with a grin, "Your father is all that stands in the way of ruling the world. Rid yourself of him, and the world will be yours." But Zahak still had some shred of virtue, and so he initially objected to the idea of spilling his father's blood. Iblis was persistent, though, and eventually his sultry voice convinced Zahak, who then asked him how the deed should be done. Elated, Iblis told him he would take care of everything. So before dawn, he dug a pit deep and wide along the orchard path where Mirdas would walk every morning. And when Mirdas fell in the pit, Iblis filled it with soil and walked away. Zahak then took the reins of power. He was king now, lord in his land. Then one day, a cook showed up and offered his services. The king took him on, for he said he knew many dishes the king had never tried. And for the first time, the flesh of animals became a regular part.
So, guys, before, according to Persian mythology, before this time, all people only ate vegetables. Nobody ate meat before this. So this is the first time that was introduced the idea that you could eat flesh of animals.
The king had never tried. And for the first time, the flesh of animals became a regular part of meals. And Zahak the king dined on this flesh and was delighted. He offered the man a boon, any request he might make. The cook asked only one thing, that the king let him kiss him on the shoulders as if they were dear friends. Now, personally, I would be suspicious of anyone that was like, "The one thing I want in this world is to kiss your shoulders." But hey, takes all kinds, am I right? Zahak, on the other hand, wasn't suspicious at all, and so granted this request. So the cook came up and kissed his shoulders, and as he did, a wonder and horror such as one had never seen before occurred. 2 great serpents rose out of the shoulders of the king where the chef had kissed him. Flailing in horror, he grabbed his sword and struck off the heads of the snakes, but they simply grew again from his shoulders. And in this confusion, the chef, who had all along been Iblis in disguise, vanished. The king summoned all of his doctors and healers to give him some kind of remedy, but each cure that was offered failed. At last there appeared a doctor, who was known to no one, who said, "These snakes were fated to appear. Do not cut them back."
So it's interesting. Somebody's saying he was an Arab king. So if you actually read the Shahnameh, Zahak's rule over Iran is kind of suggested secretly because, great, remember when Ferdowsi was writing this book, we had Islamic rule over Iran. So Ferdowsi wanted to write this book of poetry celebrating ancient pre-Islamic Iranian culture and also secretly, subtly attacking the Islamic rule over Iran but in a way that doesn't bring suspicion because he was living under Islam. So, but you can see a lot of ways that he is. There's the heroes in the stories are celebrating ancient pre-Islamic Persian culture, and the evil people within the story represent the Islamic foreign takeover of Iran, right?
At last there appeared a doctor who was known to no one, who said, "These snakes were fated to appear. Do not cut them back. You must instead placate them by allowing them to feed. Feed only on human brains. In time, they will surely die from this food." And yeah, this wise doctor was of course Iblis. For 1,000.
So this is the symbolism. Eating brains of young Iranians is now in Iran also is a symbolism for the Islamic Republic killing a lot of young Iranians, and this a demonstration that the Zahak of our time was Ali Khamenei. But also a lot of people suggest that the brain drain out of Iran, people leaving Iran and all the intelligent Iranians leaving for foreign countries because there's no opportunities in Iran. Also, this is the symbolism of Zahak eating the brains of Iranians, his snakes eating the brains of Iranians, is also a good representation of what's happening inside Iran right now. I will respond. Roman Vikings, I will respond to that super chat after we watch this.
1,000 years after this, Zahak.
So,
I from this food. And yeah, this wise doctor was of course Iblis. For 1,000 years after this, Zahak reigned as undisputed master of the world. And each night, 2 young men were brought to the palace and killed, their brains made into a meal for the snakes. In this time of darkness, demons flourished and wicked magicians held sway. But one night, Zahak had a dream. He dreamt of 3 warriors who smote him with a mace that's head was the shape of an ox. So he summoned the sages of the land to tell him the meaning of this dream. The bravest among them came forward and said, "We are all born to die. Those who live must pass. So it is with kings as with peasants. Your time is coming to an end. There is a man named Feridun who will slay you with..."
Feridun. So Feridun is Zamaneh, the Feridun of our time. People think that they say Prince Reza Pahlavi is the Feridun of our time. So that's this guy.
With an ox hang to an end. There is a man named Feridun who will slay you with an ox-headed mace and take your throne. Somehow still unaware of his own evil, Zahak asked the sage, "But why would this man hate me so much?" And the sage replied, "His father will die at your hand, and he will be given succor by a magical cow. This cow you too will kill. For these things shall he hate you." Zahak fell from his throne at the news and fainted. The sages all fled while the getting was good. And when Zahak woke, he ordered that Feridun and his parents be hunted across the land. Nothing like leaning into a prophecy hard, I guess. Far away, Feridun was born, as was the rainbow-colored cow that would one day give him succor.
Rainbow-colored cow.
Soon, though, word of Zahak's hunt came even to their part of the world.
So,
And-
guys, doesn't this remind you of Moses a little bit? Like the Pharaoh getting a prophecy that somebody is going to kill him or like rebel, and basically going out and trying to find the baby right after it's born.
Soon, though, word of Zahak's hunt came even to their part of the world, and Feridun's father fled, only to be caught and slain by Zahak. So his mother entrusted Feridun to a local grove keeper and owner of the magical cow, who would raise him for years, feeding him off the magical cow's milk, until there too he had to flee. For Zahak had at last discovered where he was hiding. Not finding the boy, Zahak checked off prophetic box number 2 and slew the cow. But fear of this missing boy now possessed his mind, and Zahak's actions became more brooding. At last, Sitting on his ivory throne with his turquoise crown upon his head, he gathered the wise and the good of his realm and said to them, I have an enemy in the shadows I must protect myself against at all cost. I must increase the size of my army. I will add to it demons as well as men, and the two shall serve together. I must do this immediately, and you all shall approve. And you will sign this statement saying that I have done nothing but sown the seeds of righteousness, so that none will object to this act. Okay?
So this part of the story resembles the Islamic Republic getting people to come and say how great the Islamic Republic is. A lot of people in Iran compare the Islamic Republic, forcing people or pressuring people or paying people to come and do propaganda in favor of the Islamic Republic. So this part of the story resembles that. And that's why, more people think like, yeah, Zahak represents the Islamic Republic and Khamenei.
Cool. But one among those assembled before him,
Ooh,
a humble blacksmith, shouted, You
blacksmith.
are not just. My son's brains have gone to feed your serpents. You are not a king, but a monster. And when the king ordered him to sign the statement, instead he tore it up and stalked out of the palace. Zahak sat there, stunned. As Zahak pondered his own evil, at last coming to realize what he had become, the blacksmith marched to the town square and mounted his blacksmith apron upon a spear to serve as a standard for the army he would raise to liberate Persia.
Wait, that would... Oh.
And for centuries, this would serve as the banner of Persia. And each great king that came to the throne would add jewels to this.
Oh, what is that? Guys, do you see that? What is that? Guys, look at that. What is that? Put it in the chat. You have it as an emoji. Are there any members here? You have... Yes! It's the Derafsh Kavyani. Okay, guys, let me tell you what's happening here, okay? That's this. This, it looks like this over here, okay? But it's actually this. That's the Derafsh Kavyani, but in Shahname's mythology, in his Shahname's poetry book, this is during Islamic times that he's doing this, right? But Derafsh Kavyani is the symbol of the Sassanid dynasty, the Persian Empire before the Islamic takeover. So yeah, I see a lot of you using that emoticon, like that emoji in the chat. Good, you guys know. So this is the symbol of the... So guys, remember I told you that Shahnameh, the book Shahnameh, and the author Ferdowsi, he was being subtle with his celebration of the pre-Islamic era, and basically against the Islamic takeover of Iran, without him being too direct about it. So look at the story, because somebody in the chat asked me if Zahak is basically Arab, right? Like represents the Arab invasion. Okay, he never shows that, but you could see Kaveh, the blacksmith, when he leads the rebellion against the Zahak, his symbol is the same symbol as the Persian Empire, the Sassanid Persian Empire that was fighting the Arab invasion. So you could see that. Yeah, go on.
2 fun facts. Not only did the Sassanid Empire fight against the Arabs, they also fought against the Romans. And to this day, for some reason, the president of Tajikistan, his personal flag is also this. I don't know why, but it is.
Oh. I mean, yeah, okay. Didn't know that. But guys, isn't this fascinating? Like, you guys, I think this should be a huge, like Wuhan moment for you guys, right? This is the symbol of the Persian Empire that was fighting the Arab invasion. And the book Shahnameh by Ferdowsi, the book of poetry that was being written, about Zahak, the evil ruler, and the Kaveh, the blacksmith, who rose up against him. His symbol was the same symbol of the Derafsh Kavyani, which is the symbol of the same symbol of the Sassanid Empire, the Persian Empire against the Arab invasion. So you can see who Zahak is supposed to represent, and who Kaveh the blacksmith, who he is supposed to represent. Somebody saying Romans or Byzantines. The
Technically
Byzantines are the
Byzantines.
name of, the Byzantines was the name of the Eastern Roman Empire back then. So guys, for example, the Sassanid is the name of the Persian Empire of the time. The Byzantine is the name of the Eastern Roman Empire at that time.
Its simple blacksmith's apron. The people followed this banner to the mountain where Faradun fled, and the blacksmith cast him a mace with an ox head. Then together they set out to rally the people to take vengeance upon Zahak. Zahak himself fled towards India, slaughtering thousands for the sake of his dark rites. But Faradun seized Zahak's capital, his treasury, and his harem, forcing...
Okay, that should not... This video shouldn't have used this symbol for Zahak's capital, because that looks too much like Cyrus's tomb, which is something we celebrate. So that's something that they made a mistake there with the graphics.
But Faradun seized Zahak's capital, his treasury, and his harem, forcing him to return. But when King Zahak did return to his capital, the whole city took arms against him. Even civilians, out of hatred for his reign, threw bricks and roof tiles at his men. So Zahak took a different approach and infiltrated the castle himself. But when he was inside, he spied Faradun with his favorite consort, and jealousy overtook him. He unsheathed his dagger and went not to slay Faradun, but the woman he was with. Faradun, though, leapt forward and sent his ox-headed mace crashing down like an earthquake upon Zahak's head. But then a strange thing occurred. An angelic figure descended and told Faradun not to slay Zahak. A different fate was to meet him. He would be imprisoned under a mountain, chained, bound.
Guys, because his Zahak's dead body shouldn't touch the holy soil of Iran. So Zahak is evil, and his dead body would be so impure that it is not worthy to die and be buried inside Iranian soil, because it's so... The Arab invasion, the Islamic invasion, is so anti-Iranian that you should not even give it the honor of burying that body inside Iranian soil. That's what's happening here. So that's why this angelic figure says that you need to make sure you need to imprison the body in the Damavand mountain, which is a volcano.
Was to meet him. He would be imprisoned under a mountain, chained, bound, nails piercing his body, but alive for all time. So with that, the Arab people...
So another reason why alive for all time, because we have to remember that this is a threat that will always be against Iran. So Ferdowsi wanted to make sure that the Iranian people understand that you cannot kill this threat, that once you defeat it, you should always guard against it, because it could always come and take over again.
His body, but alive for all time. So with that, the Arab people were free, and great dynasties could be established. But somewhere in the darkness...
So this poetry is something that the Iranian people have been fighting for 1400 years. And if the Islamic Republic falls, we'll finally get to releasing ourselves from this Islamic takeover.
Great dynasties could be established. But somewhere in the darkness, Zahak still waits.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you guys think? Hold on, let me bring this back up.
You can never get rid of evil, guys.
Yes.
It will always be there.
So let's bring back the... Hold on, let's go back and bring back your thing here. So now, with that context, we see this. You see how hypocritical it is when Mujtaba Khamenei is mixing Quran with Shahnameh, saying the valiant Quranic concepts that build human beings in Shahnameh unite all Iranian ethnicities and social strata in preserving their identity. So you could see how the Shahnameh was against basically the Islamic takeover of Iran. The Shahnameh is the book that is we celebrate as something instead of celebrating the Quran. It's saying independence, and the battle against the Zahak like aggressors. He is the Zahak of our time. He is the Zahak, right?
If we just took this part, that would work. Human beings in Shahnameh unite all Iranians
Yep.
in preserving it. Yeah, that works right there. We just hack this and just delete this right there.
I mean, but I like it as in its entirety, because to me this suggests that something is really scaring them. I've never seen language like this coming from the supreme leader. So to me, this shows a higher level of desperation.
Oh, but it's not just the supreme leader, Armin. I think
Who else?
everyone in the Islamic Republic is scared. And in fact, they are so scared that you have them calling out everyone. So let's go to Pezeshkian's statement.
Wait,
And
before you do that, let me actually do the super chat. We got another super chat. I think I already read Vahshi saying Mushali known as Zahak in Iran for the last 20 years. Exactly. And then we had Roman Viking saying, do we need an internal Savak for liberty politics so the Dorcas can't infiltrate our group? You know what? That would be we could call people Savak. Yes, that's a great idea. We'll do that. And thank you for the super chat. All right, show us, Ali.
You guys are all the internal Savak.
Yes.
So look. So he wrote this in Farsi. I actually want you to read this in Farsi real quick first before I show the English version.
Oh my God. چو ایران نباشد تن من مباد در این بوم و بر زنده یک تن. He's basically quoting Shahnameh. He's quoting Shahnameh. Unbelievable. Disgusting.
Yeah, so
oh yeah. Go on.
He's not the only one talking about the Shahnameh. So the president of the Islamic Republic is also freaked out.
Saying, so guys, the first two lines are the poetry from Shahnameh, from Ferdowsi's Shahnameh, saying, if Iran be not, then my body will not also be. So the AI translation is wrong. In this land and on this soil may no single soul live on. Right? So without Iran, not a single soul should live on in this world, right? So then he continues by saying, Ferdowsi with the Shahnameh rendered eternal the historical and cultural identity of Iran and imbued heroism with the meaning of justice. Today, too, the children of Iran stand as guardians of the security and pride of this land against oppressors. Guys, something is happening. Masoud Pezeshkian always talks about natural balagha. He's the natural balagha guy, which is the book written by Imam Ali, the first Imam of Shia Muslims. That's the book that he always refers to. He doesn't refer to the Shahnameh. In fact, I grew up in Iran for 21 years of my life. I lived in Iran, and we had very little references to Shahnameh in school. Very small. There were some, but very small references to Shahnameh, and on our media, on TV, Shahnameh was not. They went out of their way to just only cover it a little bit, but try to avoid it. It was Quran, natural balagha, Quran, natural balagha. And the fact that now we get the supreme leader talking about the Shahnameh, and now Pezeshkian also talking about the Shahnameh, something is happening. What do you think is happening, Ali?
So he's trying to make it seem like to everyone inside of Iran who's trying to hide away from all this conflict, to make it appear to them that, and try to remind them that they are Iranians. And they only do this, the Islamic Republic only does this when they know they're in trouble. When they know they're in the hot seat, they try to unite people in Iran under the guise of, we're Iranians, guys. Forget about being Muslims for a second, we're Iranian. And everyone outside is trying to destroy Iranians. It's just, I hate that they do this. But also, the quote that he did...
But look at the super chat. Maybe that's the reason. So
Operation
That's our third super chat for today. Sadat is saying, Operation Sledgehammer, let's go. So maybe, is this a sign that maybe tonight's the night, today is the day, or like maybe they know something big is about to happen, and they're going Shahnameh because they can see there's signs that something is coming our way.
Armin, if today's the day, then 3 weeks ago, I made a prediction that between May 9th and May 15th would be the strikes. And if today's the day, then, I mean, am I still right, guys? It's technically the last day of the prediction, but but knowing my luck, it'll be tomorrow or next week. So, but it's gonna, if it doesn't happen tomorrow, which is the new moon, then I mean, I don't know, next week probably, right? But we know it's gonna happen.
Guys, when we say the new moon, we're not being superstitious. It's basically because military operations work better when it's darker, right? So that's why we're talking about the new moon. And thank you for the super chat. Okay, next, let's see.
But also, this one, a lot of people are reading this, and it could be interpreted as like scorched earth. Like if Iran doesn't exist, we'll destroy it, is the interpretation.
Yeah, because they see themselves as Iran. So yeah. You're right. Yeah. Actually, that's a good point. Yeah.
So then we have this. This is Baghai, the deputy foreign minister, who's now pretty much the spokesperson. And he wrote this in Arabic. He who betrays in secret shall be exposed in public. Is he referring to China? Is he referring to Iraq? Is he referring to other people in the regime who are talking to the US?
I know who he's referring to. He's referring to the UAE.
I didn't think about that.
You know
one,
why
actually.
I know? You know why I know he's referring to the UAE?
Why?
Because he wrote it in Arabic. So show the original. Yeah. Yep. He's referring to, why would he, the language that they pick is a sign of who they're like. Sometimes they try to make it not direct, have some plausible deniability, so they don't mention who they're referring to, but they choose the language to basically for the receiver to know that it was them.
I see. Well, I guess they would also have the most leverage over the UAE, so that makes sense because of their financial money laundering and other things. So if they do want to expose the UAE in public, they could do that. Well,
I mean, the UAE just recently met with Prime Minister Netanyahu, and they denied it. So the Islamic, and they denied it specifically because of this. They didn't want to be targeted even more than they are now by the Islamic Republic. So I think this is referring to that.
Even more than they are now. They got hit what? At one point during the war, the statistic was that they were hit 3 times as much as Israel. But now that came back down. I think it's around like 2 times or somewhere less than that. But I don't know how I'd feel if I was like someone who's very nationalistic and patriotic about the UAE. I don't know how that would feel. If anyone here is from the UAE, please tell me how people feel, because I can't imagine.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people are leaving the UAE. So yeah, so we were saying my money is on some other Arab country. Like why other Arab country? It's the UAE that is being the most aggressive against the Islamic Republic. And even Saudi Arabia that did attack the Islamic Republic, apparently there's reports that they maybe arranged that ahead of time with the Islamic Republic, so to make it just something that they could sell symbolically internally. So, and they're also coming up with the no aggression pact, Saudi Arabia and the Islamic Republic. So it's mostly the UAE that is taking the most action against the Islamic Republic. And the Islamic Republic really hates the UAE, like really, really hates the UAE more than they hate Saudi Arabia right now.
And I wanted to I don't know if you guys covered Prince Reza Pahlavi's video today. It's 4 minutes long, so I'm not going to show it, but I'm going to focus on a few sentences that he said back to back that are really indicative to me. So, in his statement, he's basically talking about how this is a pattern. We've seen this before. He's warning people who are seeking to or already collaborating with the regime to bring physical, financial, or social harm to the people of Iran. And he's telling them, if you're going to do this, think about the day when Iran will be free, because the truth will come out then, your names will be revealed, and you will have to take accountability for that. And these are things that we've seen usually right before, the strikes happened last time, and we're going back to those statements again.
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, Prince Reza Pahlavi did have statements like this, warning about people who are helping the Islamic Republic right before the military operations. So, I didn't actually. I did share this on the last stream, and I didn't even consider that. That's a good point.
Yeah, there's a lot of patterns that we're seeing. Another person in the Islamic Republic who has given a statement is our favorite
What
clown.
is happening today with all these statements back to back?
I know. And he has taken the Ghalibaf approach, where he's trying to go after the United States' citizens' financial situations by telling them that the price of must absorb the rocketing costs of war, like gas and the stock market bubble. So he's trying to I don't know. These guys, this is their best card.
Wait, what the hell? Stock market bubble is an acknowledgement that the stock market is going up.
Yeah.
Okay. So if
he's like, you guys are doing really good, but like it'll come down eventually.
Eventually,
I think.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it will always come down eventually. So, wow, but this is such level of cope. So even when the stock market is going up, like, oh, it's going up.
Like
Your stock market is going up.
Guys, the real pain hasn't begun. The real pain begins when the rates start to jump. But like, we'll get you guys in the future. We'll get you guys. It'll hurt. I promise.
Yeah, Brent crude is at 109. We were promised that with the closing of the Strait of Hormuz, it would immediately hit $200 per barrel, and we never even got close. So I don't know what these people are waiting for.
And then we have Charandi Marandi, who's talking about how they're gonna go and destroy everything. They're gonna destroy all the everything that the U.S. and Israel and the Arab states have. So, but the funny thing is that he's calling the Arab countries in the Persian Gulf Trump's proxies. I think that's funny.
If the Trump regime goes after Iran's power plants and bridges. So, by the way, there's a lot of people think that that's about to happen, because we saw reports that show that Israel is really trying to get the United States to start attacking power plants and other infrastructure. So if the Trump regime goes after Iran's power plants and bridges, the Islamic Republic will permanently destroy. Wait, permanently destroy as opposed to temporarily destroy? How do you temporarily destroy something? Okay. Will permanently destroy his proxies in the Persian Gulf and the what? And crush the Zionist regime's critical infrastructure immediately. Catastrophic global economic depression will be assured. I mean, if you could have done such a thing, you would have done it by now. Like, Ali, these people want us to believe that they've been holding back. So, like, they have so much, they have all of this power to do that. But all of this time, they've just been holding back. Like, you don't want to make us angry. So wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that not insulting the supreme leader? Like, if I was a regime supporter and if I read this, I would be insulted as a supporter of Ali Khamenei. I would be like, what the? You are telling me that you could do that and they killed my dear supreme leader Ali Khamenei and you didn't do anything like that after they killed our supreme leader? That's what I would think.
But don't worry, guys. A catastrophic global economic depression will be assured. We will cause it at our weakest point.
Sure.
We promise.
Sure. Unbelievable. Ridiculous.
So they're all coming out with these statements, these really, gung ho statements of we're really strong. Yeah.
Yeah. So many statements at the same time. Maybe they are seeing the writing on the wall. What do you think?
Yeah, it's comedy hour. They definitely have intelligence that suggests that, because before the strikes happened last time, a lot of the Iranian intelligence, like security or whatever they call it, were telling these same guys that the strikes are going to happen. And so analysts in Iran were saying, oh yeah, the strikes are going to happen. And we knew that. We were saying the entire time. Analysts abroad are saying it, like Israeli, US analysts are saying, even analysts in Iran are saying that there's going to be strikes. No one's saying that there won't be. They're going to happen. And so, guys, if you think that at the weakest point of the Islamic Republic, that we're just going to leave them alone, consider again, because we're seeing multiple patterns that we've seen 2 months ago now. Yeah, 2.5 months ago. Again, and they're all playing out word for word.
Amusina June is saying, inshallah, this weekend. Yeah.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's funny. So
because that's not going to happen.
Oh, okay. So that is saying Islamic Republic never been so isolated. True. And Lyon is saying, are they still paying the Durkas to go into the streets? They're actually, oh my God, Lyon, they're offering internet. They're offering internet to people who are going into the streets. And they're also offering internet to people who post in favor of the Islamic Republic. And people are so desperate for internet right now.
Yeah, just put your personal information in, post some pro-Islamic regime propaganda, and here's your internet.
By the way, guys, this has been confirmed. Like, we're not making this up. This has been confirmed that so many Iranian people really need internet right now. And you get internet if you make posts in favor of the regime and if you come into the streets. It's so vile. So disgusting.
In a Truth Social post, President Trump, I think this was yesterday, but he said that the military decimation of Iran, and in parentheses, to be continued, and then he kept on talking.
Wait, say that again?
Let me see if I can find the actual Truth Social post. But he said the military decimation of Iran, when he was talking about the military victory in Venezuela, then the military decimation in Iran, parentheses, to be continued, and then he kept on talking.
Ooh.
A lot of people highlighted that one. Let me see if I can find it on his Truth Social.
Yeah, find it. I don't know what Deborah is saying. If we can't say inshallah, can we say? And then it's Hebrew, so I can't read that. I used to, on the Persian channel, I used to say insha iblis. Iblis is the devil. So that's what I used to offend a lot of people. By the way, I do want to show how the Islamic Republic also uses. No, I think that would take so long because there's this Lego music video that I always wanted to go over with you guys, but I don't know if you guys would like it. It would be boring for you guys or not. This is a Lego music video that I wanted to always go over with you guys and explain the symbolism, explain what everything means, and then go to the end until we get to Rustam and Zahak and I don't know what. We'll actually get to Ferdowsi. This is Ferdowsi here, but I don't know. I don't think people would like that. But go. Yeah. Do you have that?
It seems like he deleted it.
Oh, he
Wait,
deleted
let me
it?
try and find it. I think people on Twitter posted about it. Yeah, people on Twitter are just quoting that part, but I looked at his True Social and it wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, somebody saying, is that Baal? Yeah, that was Baal. That is Baal. The one you said. Oh yeah, somebody saying, yes, do the Lego video. Should I do the Lego video?
Do people want to see the Lego video? Which one?
I don't know. Do you want to see the Lego video? This one.
Yeah, I
with
actually
Ferdowsi.
stopped watching them.
Oh.
How annoyed am I gonna get on a scale of 1 to 10?
Have you seen this one?
I don't think so.
You haven't? Oh my god. Okay. Maybe I
Okay.
should play it once without pausing.
All right, let's see.
And then after I play it, let me know if you guys want me to explain the symbolism. Okay. You could read the subtitles if you want, but then I could explain it to you. Wait, let me remove the banner so you could actually read the subtitles. Here, let's go back.
وقت سوگواری نیست ندارد بهره‌ای از زندگی خونی که جاری نیست با خیزی باید بغض را در زخم حل کردن که جنگ است و نباشد فرصت زانو بغل کردن حیدر 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 قرآنو پیدا کن خدا را در بزنگاهش ببین نصر من الله هست و در ان تنصر اللهش بگو با آن که در این بره حیران و هراسان است که پیروزی ایمان وعده قطعی قرآن است حیدر 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 حسین ابن علی پیراهنی از پت بر تن کرد و او تکلیف عالم را به روی نیزه روشن کرد حسین آمد که دل خالی شود از ناامیدی ها دو صف کرده از دنیا را حسینی ها یزیدی ها حیدر حیدر به نام نامی حیدر نبرد آغاز می گردد علی با ذوالفقار خود به خیبر باز می گردد بگو فرعون را موسی به سوی نیل می آید علی با ذوالفقار خود به اسرائیل می حیدر 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 اگر دنیا هم آید پشتتان ما 5 تن داریم اگر دنیا هم آید پشتتان ما 5 تن داریم شما سنگر شکن دارید ما خیبر شکن داریم حیدر 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 در آن طوفان پایانی در آن پایان طوفانی اگر که شاهنامه خوانده باشی خوب میدانی ته این ماجرا پایان رزم رستم و دیو است. از این پس یک هدف داریم و آن قلب طلابی و حیدر حیدر حیدر.
So this right here is basically the most insulting part to the Iranian people, right? Because that's Rustam. That's Rustam, which is the main hero of Shahnameh, which is basically in Iranian mythology, kind of like Hercules. And he's wearing the hat of Hussein, which is the third Imam of Shia Muslims, the Imam that fought against the so-called evil army of Yazid in Karbala. So you can see the mix of Persian mythology and Islam, Shia Islam, and holding the Islamic Republic flag. And if you go back, you could see that when he was running, he's holding the Zulfaqar, which is Imam Ali's sword. So the sword that he's holding is the sword of the first Imam in Shia Islam, and the hat that he's wearing is the hat of the third Imam in Shia Islam. But he's Rustam. Rustam is the main character in ancient Persian mythology. And we know he's Rustam based on what he's wearing, right? Based on what he's wearing, he's Rustam. And we also know that he's Rustam because of the Shahnameh here. Like, for example, they mention Shahnameh, right? And they mention Ferdowsi and Shahnameh, if I could find it. Oh, here. So that's, you can see the book, it says Shahnameh. That's the Shahnameh book, and that's Ferdowsi, the poet.
Can you go to where they were hitting the cities?
Yeah. I mean, I could go through all of it if you want. But I don't know if people would want to.
Go like the beginning of where they were hitting the cities.
Right here.
Yeah, can you play it from here?
So those are U.S. cities.
Wait, so right here, do you see how there's words on the bottom left? Something Toria. Does that say Victoria?
I don't see words. Where you
like on the building? There's like a sign on the building that says Toria.
Oh yeah, Victoria.
Victoria with the, is that like Victoria? Like where is that? Canada? I don't know. Victoria. What does that even mean? Yeah, that's British Columbia in Canada.
No, but is that? But I mean, I'm sure we have many other Victorias. So we, hold on, let me see what's this. I don't know. Maybe it's just AI making stuff up.
Yeah.
We had the U.S. Victoria base in Baghdad, Iraq.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yes, we had. Okay. Yes, the U.S. Victoria base in Baghdad, Iraq, was hit by multiple Iranian drones, causing large fires and prompting air defense system. Okay, so this is the Victoria, U.S. Victoria base in Iraq.
That makes more sense.
That's what it is. Yeah. Okay. So you can see all of these red hats. Those are Yazid hats. Yazid was the evil character against Hussein in Karbala 1200 years ago. Yeah. So, by the way, guys, this happened 1 month ago. The Victoria Base in Baghdad was hit by drones. But let me see what other symbolism I could show you. Okay, there's so much symbolism packed in this video.
That's Damavand right there.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's where they hide. That's where Zahak's body is held for eternity when he's killed in that mountain. Hold on, let me actually, guys. Do you want me to go through? Let me quickly go through it. Do you want me to go through the symbolism, or is that not interesting?
Yeah, what do you guys want?
Let me just quickly go it because I always wanted to do this with this video. Hold on.
Do it.
So arise, O people. It's no time for mourning because people were mourning the death of Ali Khamenei. So they say there's no time for mourning. Get up. So life holds no value for the blood that does not flow. This is celebrating martyrdom. So basically saying that that it's okay to die. It's only to be killed and to die for a good cause, because the only valuable blood is the blood that flows. Basically, the blood that you should celebrate our blood being shed, because that means that we're on the right side. So Khamenei's blood being spilled is a good thing, because that's the most worthy thing for blood to happen. So this part is important because you can see the people who do you know who this is? Guys, do you know who this is? This is us. This is the Iranian people protesting. Okay. So this person, for example, is an Iranian who's taking a picture to send to Iran International or to Manitou. Right? And what they're suggesting here is that the Iranian people who are doing this is the protesters. This is the anti-regime protesters. And by putting the pro-regime people think that the protesters are Zionist agents. They're secret Zionist agents. That's what they think. So this is why they're putting the Israeli flag on them. Right. So anybody who is like sending videos, so all of basically the vast majority of the Iranian people who are protesting and active against the Islamic Republic, this is how the Islamic Republic sees them. This is how the Islamic Republic sees the Iranian people, the anti-regime Iranian people, as Israeli agents. Yeah, this is just a normal. So it's interesting because it shows like it makes it like they're the majority and the Iranian people against them are just a handful, and it's trying to show them as Zionist agents. Saying, arise, one must dissolve the grief with the wound. For this is war, there's no time to sit in
That's
sorrow.
funny.
Guys, they're giving them guni. Oh my god.
We can't bury Khamenei because there's no time to sit in sorrow, guys.
Yeah. No, actually what he's saying is this. Let me tell you what. So if you're feeling like crying, the what you're feeling in your throat, you need to fix that with, we need to dissolve it in your wounds. So when you have wounds on your body, you don't feel like you're crying. So go fight and get wounded, because when you get wounded, you don't feel like crying anymore. Because like in the time of war, like if you sit and cry, instead of crying and feeling sorry, go fight and get injured, because now you're not going to feel about you're not going to think about sadness anymore. Right? And this is weird because they're giving them guni. Like this is for putting, like the Islamic Republic always says that threatens anti-regime Iranians by telling us that we're going to put you in a guni. You know, put you. What is guni? I forgot how to speak English. What is it? Like in a
sack.
Yeah, put you in a sack.
Also, look at that guy who's handing out the sacks. He looks so like evil, smiling.
Yeah. Oh my god, and religious man. So look, they want to put the anti-regime Iranians in a sack. They want to put them in a sack. Okay, saying this is war and it's no time for sorrow. So Haydar is Ali, Imam Ali. That's the first Imam.
Also, by the way, in those two scenes that we just saw, they're holding sticks, but they never used sticks to beat the Iranian people. They used guns. They used mounted machine guns, in fact, not sticks. So they're trying to downplay that.
Yeah, but they're also trying to tell the pro-regime Iranians to go into the streets and fight the protesters. This video is also encouraging them to keep occupying the streets as a way to make sure there's no uprising. So this is like the anti-regime Iranians. So they're like telling the civilian pro-regime Iranians to go into the streets and fight against the anti-regime people, because the Islamic Republic felt like they don't have the ability to suppress the uprising. So these videos are encouraging the pro-regime Iranians to do that for them.
At least they got the militia part right, because that guy's wearing a keffiyeh.
Yeah. Oh, so we got a super chat. Veteran Hoffman is saying, so does this mean that the IRGC's the 4K people, the 40K people they slaughtered were Zionist agents? Yes, that's what they think. So let me read that again properly. So does this mean that in IRGC's eyes, the 40K people they slaughtered were Zionist agents? Every single one of them, if they were shot by the regime people, they were a Zionist agent. Or maybe they were innocent bystanders that were shot as well while they were shooting at Zionists. But the thing is that from their perspective, what they say in media, that it wasn't 40K. They say it was 3K. They say it was 3,000. And they say, yes, they were killing. All of the people that they killed were either Zionist agents or maybe some innocent bystanders. But they were shooting at Zionist agents. That's what they say. And good question, by the way. And thank you for the super chat. Got 4 super chats today. So let's continue. Yeah, we're all Zionists, exactly. I am Zionist. Yeah, I'm a proud Zionist. Yeah, by the way, some people say like, so even somebody saying even 3K is far too many. True. And some people are pointing out, like, let's go with your number, 3,000. You're telling us that you claim. So some pro-regime people are saying, like, wait, if we had 3,000 Zionist spies inside Iran, what the fuck have you been doing? We thought you said that you're best at intelligence gathering and security. How did you manage to allow 3,000 Zionist spies to be operational inside Iran? Look at this. Look at this. They put them in a sack. This is, guys, you know why this is so weird? Because I get threats, like the pro-regime people in my chat on my Persian channel come and say, like, hey, Armin, we're gonna put you in a sack. This is the favorite way of, just threatening anti-regime Iranians. Yeah, you're saying a veteran Hoffman is saying fucking disgusting. Yeah, exactly. Very disgusting. So look at this. It's saying read the Quran and find God in the critical moment. So look at this. It says see victory from Allah in if you aid Allah. So this is referring to two separate parts of the Quran, two very famous verses in the Quran. You see the quotations? Okay, so there's a famous part of the Quran that says victory comes from Allah. Okay, and there's another famous part of Quran that says if you aid Allah. So this part of the song saying, see victory from Allah in if you aid Allah. So he was saying basically victory will come to the people who aid Allah. Look at that. That's a Shahed drone, right? Next, this guy is a drone operator, right? The Nasr min Allah means victory comes from Allah. Tell those who are bewildered and fearful in the sea. So basically use the Quran. Whoever is fearing, is not sure right now, use religion to bring them back to stability. Like tell them that the victory of faith is absolute promise from the Quran. So look, like people who have been injured, who are now skeptical that maybe the Islamic Republic is going to fall, tell them not worry. Victory comes from faith, and people who have faith, they will be victorious. But yeah,
can you go to that frame where they were wounded? I think it was like maybe you were right.
Yeah, this one.
Guys, so if you're wounded and you're bleeding, just take out the Quran, start reading, and put the grief into your wounds. Yes. That's all you have to do. You will be better because the hospitals are full, guys. Don't even think about getting in there.
Well, I mean, the hospitals would serve these people. They're pro-regime. They wouldn't serve anti-regime people, but they would serve the pro-regime people.
Well, a lot of them are being turned away. Like, unless they're like
not the pro-regime people. The pro-regime people. Oh.
During the strikes?
Oh, okay. Really?
Yeah, some of the lower level IRGC soldiers, they weren't allowed in.
Really?
Because all the commanders were it was reserved for commanders. Like they were so scared that they might get hit that they were reserving beds and they wouldn't let their soldiers get in there. That was a pain point for them. Also, there was someone said something here. So imagine in a Western country, would we ever excuse 3,000 unarmed protesters being slaughtered, let alone in a Western country? This happened in a country 40 years ago in China, in Tiananmen Square. And let's just say, so the estimates there are between like a few hundred to a few thousand, okay? Not in the tens of thousands. What happened in Iran, the 42,000 number, which is being confirmed by Prince Reza Pahlavi and President Trump and others, is
by
the
three
most...
by three separate investigative journalism. Yeah. But go on.
Is the most conservative number. A few thousand, like they're saying in Tiananmen Square, the most wild number, okay, the highest one could be 10,000 people. That is the highest one. And Tiananmen Square is something that everyone around the world knows and has heard of for decades. In Iran, you had death tolls that are, if you were to have the most wildest number, like the highest number you could think of, it's 10 times that amount.
The numbers are crazy. Every time I think about it, I don't even know. I don't even know why the world is not reacting to it even more than before. Somebody is saying, why do they put the Quran on their heads? Okay, so they claim the reason they give you is because, is a sign of repentance or like having faith in God and also putting God and God's word above you, basically destroying your ego, and basically submitting to God's word, showing that you're below God and basically putting all your hopes and everything relying on God and only God and his word. So that's what they say. But I think it's also because of osmosis, because Shias believe that divinity could pass through the skin sometimes, right? So they rub things on themselves that are divine. So it's like divine osmosis. So sometimes they holding things close to your body. They think somehow something goes through. So I think it's also that, but they don't say that. That's my guess that I am adding on top of it. Divine osmosis. You know what? I should trademark that.
I wish we had that clip of them rubbing their like clothes onto that coffin and then rubbing it on their faces.
Yes. That's the reason why I think it's osmosis. That's exactly why I think that's what they're doing here as well. See, Nail Bunny has a better description. So the Quran juices go into the Quran juices go into their brain. Yeah, exactly.
There were processions, I think it was like what, a couple months ago, because time flies, and there's like this IRGC commander or someone, right, like someone important who died, and they're like passing the body through in the coffin in the streets, and all these regime supporters are like throwing their scarves and clothes to the IRGC people standing on top of this procession, and they take the scarves and they rub it on the coffin and they give it back, and the people go, oh yes, reverse osmosis. And one guy's like, he's like scratching his you know what, and then grabs the scarf, and I'm like,
yeah, I saw that.
like,
oh my god. Yeah, Nail Bunny, I know you're joking, but it's actually true. Nail Bunny is saying too much trouble to read. That is actually true, because the idea that you get blessings from the Quran if you read the Quran, that's the core Islamic belief. Like reciting the Quran, not even reading, reciting the Quran without actually even knowing the meaning. That is supposed to be the number one way that you get blessings from the Quran. Okay, but here's the problem: that is too hard. What if I just rub it on my head, right? What if I just rub it on my head? What if I kiss it? What if I put it next to things that I want blessed? Okay, that is easier than reciting it. So that Shia, by the way, guys, Shias are way more lazy than Sunnis. Okay, this is why Sunnis pray 5 times a day, but the Shias pray 3 times a day and pretend that they pray 5 times a day by merging 2 of them together, right? So Shias pray 3 times a day. This is why so many Sunnis recite the Quran, but the Shias rub the Quran on their head instead. The Shias are absolutely more lazy, and they're more Shias are more of a death cult than Sunnis. I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. And they're also more lazy with worship. Yeah, so let me go through this. Yeah, basically the victory of faith is the absolute promise of the Quran. So this is about the encouragement of the people to come into the streets so that there's no uprising. Okay, so Hussein ibn Ali, Hussein the son of Ali. So remember, Ali is the first Imam of Shia Muslims. Hussein is the third and the son of Ali. Whenever you see a green costume with green feathers, that is Hussein. That is a symbol of Hussein. And these are Islamic, pro-regime families making their son be the Hussein of our time today. So basically everybody, so this is not Hussein, but he's wearing the clothing of Hussein, meaning that their family sees, the families of pro-regime Iranians see the young men in their family as fulfilling the role of Hussein, meaning fighting against evil and being martyrs in the way to fight for Islam, right? So Hussein represents that. So Ali represents strength, but Hussein represents martyrdom. Hussein represents being willing to die for Islam. Okay. Look at this. CMD saying, LOL, I thought it was a cactus. I thought it was a cactus. Oh my god, I love that. I love that. That was so good. Wait, who's that? Nina saying so the father, son, and the crazy Durkas? Yes, exactly. Oh, say Armin, where's your green headband for this Haydar? Oh, I'm not going full Haydar. I'm explaining Haydar. Okay. This is my 4th live stream. I don't have energy to go full Haydar, okay? Right. Hey Haydar pirates. Oh, I thought green rabbit. Yeah, it looks like a rabbit too. Okay, here. Oh guys, we got another super chat. Our 5th super chat of the day. Saying why are their hands look like they're wanking? Okay, I don't know. Okay. I see. Thank you for the super chat. So Hassan ibn Ali, so Hassan the son of Ali donned what? He basically he wore the clothing of victory. And is that how do you read that? I don't know how to read that. Raiment? What is that?
The
Can you read
raiment
that
of victory.
What is raiment?
I don't know. If I had to guess,
think it's
probably some indication.
Raiment, an old-fashioned or poetic term for clothing. Okay. So yes, they're wearing the clothing of victory. So look at these are the mothers and the sisters and the daughters and the and fathers in the family being proud of their son, being proud of the young men in their family for going to fight for Islam. And upon the spear, he clarified the world's ultimate duty. So look at this. Now everything that they're putting the Hussein hat on is a representation of being on the Islamic Republic side. So these are Hussein hats. And the song says Hussein came to that hearts would be emptied of despair. So guys, Hussein is kind of like Jesus. He came to save the world and he died to save the world, to save Islam. In Hussein in Islam is very much like Jesus in Christianity. He sacrificed himself to empty the hearts of all people of despair. And this is the Hussein hat. Okay, look at this. Hussein divided the world into 2 ranks. The Husseinis versus the Yazidis. The Yazid was the evil person that fought against Hussein. So it was Yazid's army that killed the Hussein, right? So Hussein's color is green. Yazid's color is red. Okay. So see, this the green. So this is the Islamic Republic military officials with Khamenei's picture at the back. I don't know why Khamenei is not Lego in the background over there, but they're having a meeting. And these are the Americans, and they're wearing red. Oh, is that President Trump? It's yellow. I don't know if it's Trump, but they're wearing Yazid's colors. The evil guy.
Yeah, they all have
the
Israeli, the Star of David mugs, but then they all have full beards.
Yeah, why do they have beards? They have beards. This looks like Trump. They have an American flag, but Israeli
red IRGC uniforms.
I don't know. So look at this. These are Islamic Republic missiles wearing Hussein hats, and these are American planes wearing Yazid hats. Yeah, they all had the same face, exactly. So these are American cities. American cities are wearing hats. Look, American cities are wearing Yazid hats. This is an American military base. Yeah, this is Victoria military base in Iraq. American military base in Iraq, wearing a Yazid hat. So look at this sword. You can see the sword that has two edges at the end. That's the Zulfaqar sword of Imam Ali, the first Imam of Shia Muslims. So it says, the song says, in the glorious name of Haydar. Haydar refers to Imam Ali. So in
And
the
they're
glorious name of yeah.
They're also on a flying carpet.
No, that's not a flying. That's a praying carpet.
But isn't this moving? Or are they on a mountain?
They're on the mountain. It's John Amozi. Yeah.
No, I don't like that they took like the Rostam's bow metaphor there. That bothers me.
Yeah. Yeah. Or Arash Kamang.
Or Arash
Kamang. Yeah. So this is Tehran. You can see that this is Tehran. And this is Ali's sword, Imam Ali. So this is, I think, Ali watching over the Iranian people. Yeah, you're right, actually. The bow is Arash, the Arash bro. So in the glorious name of Haydar, the battle begins. Yeah, you're right, actually. So this eagle is United States, obviously, right? And it says Ali returns to Khaybar. Oh my God, with his Zulfaqar. So Zulfaqar is Ali's sword. Ali returns to Khaybar. You guys know Khaybar? Anybody here? Everybody here knows Khaybar? Khaybar is basically, it refers to killing Jews, right? Khaybar was the place where the Jews were at. And Ali went and killed so many Jews in the Battle of Khaybar. So it's saying today Ali is going back to Khaybar. So basically Jew killing starts again. We're going to kill, basically this means that we're going to kill some Jews again. The Battle of Khaybar was the battle where Imam Ali, the first Imam of Shia Muslims, attacked and killed Jews. Ali returns to Khaybar with his Zulfaqar. So Ali returns, basically this translates to Ali is back. The Ali of our time is back to kill Jews with his sword Zulfaqar. So if you see the missiles dropping, look at this. When they talk about Khaybar, which is the city where back in Muhammad's time was where the Jews were at, they're now showing the missiles hitting Israel. And you can see the missiles they look like Zulfaqar in the skies. You can see the double edge here at the end. So that's Ali's sword coming down upon Jews again. So guys, when I was in Iran, there was this guy, we saw this person who was doing this sermon and he was crying about because Shias love to cry. Shias love to cry about the hardships that the Imams went through. And one of the things I remember they were crying over was on Ali, his hands being so exhausted from all the Jews he beheaded in one day. And he was crying for the glorious, holy hand of Ali that was so tired, so exhausted because he had to behead more than 300, 400, 700 Jews in the same day, right? So that the Zulfaqar is a Jew killing sword of Ali. And you can see the missiles that are raining down upon Tel Aviv are now here looking like the sword of Ali, which is a Zulfaqar. Right? And then Vashi saying, why are their hands? Oh, no, I already read that. Okay, let me unstart that. Okay. Disgusting. Yeah, people are saying disgusting. Exactly. So he said, tell Pharaoh, that Moses is coming towards the Nile. So this is very important because they want to remind you that Moses is theirs as well. And the Israelis and the Americans are the Pharaoh of our time. So they don't want to just use Ali and Hussein and the Quran against you. Moses, so many people think Moses represents the Jews, But they want to remind you that no, Moses is Allah's prophet and Moses is on our side. Moses is on our side, and you're not the Jews. You're not the Moses in the Moses versus Pharaoh story. You're the Pharaoh. We are the Moses. That's what they want to say. So so tell Pharaoh, basically tell Trump that Moses is coming for you. Moses is coming towards the Nile, right? And they love to look like the Quran, by the way, is obsessed with Moses' story, right? The Quran is obsessed with Moses' story, and they like to use Moses versus Pharaoh symbolism, because just like United States is all powerful, Pharaoh looks very powerful at his time, and Moses looked weak. But Moses had God on his side, and that's why Moses overcame Pharaoh. So they want to also remind Muslims that, you know, the Americans might look powerful, but Americans don't have God on their side, and we do. That's the point of the Moses story. Ali, what do you think about all of this? I think going through this is very educational. I think this one video, if people understand this one video, they will understand so much of the philosophy of the Islamic Republic. Just this one video, if somebody understands from the beginning to the end of it.
I think the best part is that they just have to see what the Islamic Republic actually stands for, what their philosophy is, and any sane person can make their own decision. Just like all you have to do is just state what the Islamic Republic is actually about, and that's enough.
Yeah. Oh, Dominic's saying, yeah, this is awesome. Okay. Let's go through the rest of it. What? Do you want to say something?
Who posted this? The title is Epic Iranian Chant.
Oh, this is everywhere. Like, so, this is not the original place that this was posted. Like, people, yeah. Epic Iranian Chant. Like, the person who posted this had no idea what they were posting.
Yeah.
So Ali comes with his Zulfaqar for the downfall of Israel. So these are now Israeli cities. So that's okay. So that's not Baal yet. Okay. So these are Israel. That's obviously Netanyahu as an idol. Okay, so they think Israelis, the Jews, are not God worshippers; they're idol worshippers. And here, this is the golden calf, right? So they think Moses is not on the side of Muslims today, and Moses was a Muslim, and the Jews don't worship God. Moses knew how untrustworthy the Jews are. And Moses tried to make the Jews worship God, but they worship the golden calf instead. And they continue to be idol worshippers. Like, God sent Moses to try to make the Jews behave and become proper God worshippers, but they worship the golden calf instead. And today they continue to worship idols. Right? And basically, this is the Islamic Republic with its missiles destroying their idols. So let me tell you how this works. In Islam, the belief is that God promised the children of Abraham glory and, like, you know, a great kingdom and dominance over earth and everything one day, right? And basically, but here's what happened, okay? So God, it's the children of Abraham that was God's true revelation will come down to, okay? But the children of Abraham there's two populations that are the children of Abraham. The Jews are the children of Abraham through Isaac, and the Arabs are children of Abraham through Ishmael. And because God's final and true revelation and, you know, the glories had to come to the children of Abraham, God had to show the world that the Jews were not worthy of this. So God brought the revelation through Moses to the Jews and showed how Jews were incapable of being the people, the children of Abraham, worthy of this. So once they did that with Moses and it failed, eventually the true final revelation and the chosen people, so the Jews were the chosen people to be tested, and once they failed, it became obvious to everybody that those are not the children of the proper children of Abraham. It was the Arabs that were the children of Abraham that were supposed to be the chosen people, right? So that's their understanding of Islam. So this is the army of Hussein. And this is the army of Yazid. So it says, even if the whole world stands behind you, is telling the enemies, Americans and Israelis, that even if the whole world stands behind you. So this is Baal, I think, or no, another idol. It look like a goat? Yeah, I think this is Baal. So if the whole world stands behind you, we have the 5 pure ones. So Ali, do you know who are the 5 pure ones? Oh, it says it on the screen. But you know them? Yeah.
What, the prophet, the second and third imam, second, third, and fourth, and then the wife of, is Fatima the wife or daughter?
Wife of Ali, daughter of Muhammad.
Oh.
Okay. So it doesn't mention the 5 people in the song, but he has it here for the people. So the 5 pure ones in Shia Islam, not Sunni Islam, in Shia Islam is Prophet Muhammad, number 1, Ali, the first Imam, Fatima, the wife of Ali and the daughter of Prophet Muhammad, Hassan as the first son of Ali and Fatima, Hussein as the second son of Ali and Fatima. These are the 5 pure ones. So it's saying that even if you have the whole world behind you to fight us, we have the 5 pure ones. And this symbol, this represents the 5 pure ones. This is the symbol of the 5 pure ones. So look, the Jews have Baal, and guys, remember, they think that the Jews don't actually worship God, they worship Baal. So you have bunker busters. We have Khaybar bunkers. Khaybar Shikan is also the name of the ballistic missile that the Islamic Republic has, which means Khaybar Shikan means Khaybar busters. So you have bunker busters, we have Khaybar busters, meaning that we have Jew killing ballistic missiles. Because remember, Khaybar was the place that the Jews were. In that final storm, in that stormy end, if you have read this is where it gets offensive to us, because now they're talking about Shahnameh, which is supposed to be the Persian mythology, the patriotic. This is Ferdowsi, the poet, and that's Shahnameh, the book, the poetry book. That's the book where Zahak is mentioned, Kaveh is mentioned, Arash is mentioned, Rustam is mentioned, all of those great stories, all of those ancient myths of ancient Persia. This is us, and they're stealing it from us. They're trying to make it seem like the Iranian patriotism and ancient Persian symbols is theirs, is basically aligned with their Islamic garbage. And for all my life in Iran, I knew, like we learned, that these things don't go together. They actually contradict each other. Like we use Persian symbolism and our history and our patriotism to fight against Islam. And this is why it really offends us. Saying, Lior is saying, I'm curious, Armin, do you know how Do you know so much about Islam because of your childhood education school, or you studied on your own after becoming an atheist? Mix of both. Mix of both. When I left Islam, I became more interested in Islam, and I started studying it a lot more after I left Islam. So both of them. And thank you, Leo, for the super chat. We got 6 super chats today. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Very supportive. So I say, if you have read the Shahnameh, you will know. So this is so retarded, because if you actually read the Shahnameh well, you would know that the Shahnameh is against the Islamic invasion of Iran. And look, when they're talking about Shahnameh, they put the Damovan mountain behind them, because that's where Zahak is put. And this is now Rustam, and Rustam is the main hero in the Shahnameh, and they're putting the Hussein hat on Rustam. This is like really, really offensive to Iranian patriots. So this, you would know if you read Shahnameh that the end of the story is the battle of Rustam and the demon. So look at this. Rustam is being given the... So Imam Ali is now giving Rustam the Zulfiqar sword. The Jew killing sword is now be giving to Rustam. Ali, you know why this is so infuriating? Because ancient Persian culture was so pro-Jewish. And now they're giving the Jew killing sword to the main symbol of ancient Persian culture. Like these two things don't go together at all.
No.
Yeah.
Seeing that hat on him is like, this whole thing, it annoys me annoys me so much. I hate that they're able to hijack this, that they're in a position that they're able to hijack ancient Persian mythology and culture and just show it as if it's one with Islam, when even just 6 months ago they never would have done this.
Oh yeah, no, they wouldn't. They're desperate. This is yes, Ali is so right. They use Persian mythology and patriotic symbolism when they're desperate to, when they're losing support. Guys, the reason why they never did this before, it was because they hated the patriotism among Iranians, but they felt like they had enough numbers among the Durka jihadi minded, Islamic minded Iranians that they were like, fuck this symbolism, fuck patriotism bad, nationalism bad. These are pre-Islamic garbage. We only need Islam. And because they felt confident that the Islamic shit that they had was enough to keep everything, to maintain power. But now that their base of support is shrinking and shrinking, they're desperate enough to now tap into patriotic symbols because they feel like they're losing support, right?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
I was just agreeing.
Okay. I think from now on we have one goal. The heart of Tel Aviv. Look at this. From now on, we have one goal. The heart of Tel Aviv. Imagine, look at this. By the way, one thing is interesting. They are showing like, oh my God, we're so good. We're so pure. The 5 pure ones. And then they show us in Lego form bombing residential areas in Tel Aviv. They showed it to us, bombing residential areas in Tel Aviv while telling us that they are the pure ones. Unbelievable. So this is... Look, this is Rustam charging with the Zulfiqar now towards the demon. What? Look at this part. Let me just bring this part one more time. Like this. Like, oh my God, you're so moral. This is residential building. Yeah, you want to bomb Tel Aviv. You want to destroy all of Tel Aviv. That is where people. That's where. Look at this. Look at this. Look. This is Israel. and they're bombing residential areas while pretending. Look, that's Tel Aviv. That's Israel. You're like, oh my, you're killing civilians. This is your own video. I'm not even saying that against you. This is your own propaganda video. Honestly, I don't know what to say. Oh. Look at this. Carrie saying, I've learned so much tonight. Isn't that one video, guys? Like, do you guys agree that one video it's just a masterclass of its own for you to have a deep understanding of the Islamic Republic? That's why I always wanted to go through the symbolism in that video. And Dominic is saying, you both are awesome. You two bring up so many details passed up by mainstream media. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
thank you, Dominic. Oh, and Melissa saying they were killing eagles.
It's an endangered species.
Yes. It's American, though.
You know, speaking of Haydar stuff,
mm-hmm.
You want to take a guess at what they're sharing on the Islamic Republic state media?
What?
They are sharing this. They are sharing how to teach or how to handle a gun on national TV. Look.
What the hell?
Yep.
Wait,
apparently,
what?
The anchor, while teaching it, shot an actual bullet aimed at the United Arab Emirates flag. So maybe when Baghai wrote that in Arabic, maybe it really was aimed at the UAE.
Ali, can you send that to me? Also, do you know what this means?
This means that they think that the normal regime supporters are going to have to learn how to carry a gun. Like the people are going to rise up and they want the regime supporters to be like the last stand and give them weapons.
Exactly. Guys.
So we have to factor that into our calculations now.
Guys, this first of all, please understand that this is not normal, because you guys see so much jihadi nonsense by the Islamic Republic that when we show you something like this, you might think like, well, I guess this is what they do. No, this is new. This is new. And the fact that they're doing this, the obvious meaning of this is that the Islamic Republic is expecting a mass uprising. It means two things. It means, one, that the Islamic Republic is expecting a mass uprising, one. And two, it means that they think that they don't have enough forces to deal with a mass uprising. That's what the Islamic Republic is revealing to us. And that's why they think that they want to train the civilian pro-regime people to help them stand against the uprising.
Which could be why they have supporters out every night. Maybe some of those guys will definitely be given weapons. Do you think this could be a little wild, but the regime supporters have been out every night. And they were out every night since the strikes stopped, which means that the regime thought it would prepare by potentially having these people out in the street. Since the strike stopped, the actual Iranian people could come out. And now if they're considering arming these people on the street, then that's one more thing. Yeah, we have to keep in mind. But how many people could they even arm?
The problem is that our people are not armed, and now they're going to have more armed people on their side. They're going to hand guns to more people, more regime people. It's going to be a bloodbath. By the way, regarding the video we shared, KB, thank you so much for the super chat saying, this is my second time having you break down this video, Armin, and I'm almost done with the story of Rustam. Oh, thank you for reading it. And this video pisses me off that much more. Yes, I'm glad to see somebody who reads Shahnameh understands why this is so infuriating. And Leo is saying, guys, you're gonna meet the 10 super chat goal. Yes, we're at 9. Amazing. But thank you for everybody who supported us. It makes us able to focus on making content like this. Ali, what do you think now? Should we rethink everything based on this new data that you just found?
Yeah, not only that, but we should also consider, like, this was something that the Islamic Republic could do. We just weren't thinking outside of the box enough. So what other things have we not considered? Because every time we think that, they wouldn't do something so bad, so stupid, or terrible, they do it. But
Nail Bunny with the 10th super chat. Thank you, Nail Bunny, saying they want a bloodbath doesn't mean it will be. But it might be though.
Well,
because yeah.
How many people would actually take up arms? Because the regime supporters at the maximum, if you're being generous, are what, 5 million people?
Yeah, but it takes. Okay, so here's what I think I would do if I was the Islamic Republic. Instead of paid regime forces that are working for the money, I would be now looking for only dedicated regime supporters who would do it for free. Right?
Children, like young teens.
Anybody that is brainwashed enough to do it for free for the Islamic Republic without getting paid. That's the type of people that I'm hunting for right now.
We can't even gather data on that.
Yeah, I don't think even the Islamic Republic knows how many of those people are out there, but they're gonna try to get. I mean, within the entirety of Iran, can you not find 100,000 that is out of 90 million? Can you not find 100,000 that is willing to shoot into crowds of people for free because they believe so much in the Islamic Republic? Would you be able to find that out of 90 million?
Not only find them, arm them, put them in areas where they're supposed to be. So they would have to be local, actually. They'd have to already live in those areas.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You can't just move them around.
Oh, Kenny gave us another super chat trying to get us to 10. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, guys. You guys are so generous. Thank you, guys. We got 11 today. Here's another thing that changes our calculation that I thought about. The Islamic Republic, we were calculating the Islamic Republic's revenue. We made a mistake. We thought we were acting as if all of the oil revenue is from exporting oil. Islamic Republic has also domestic demand for the oil. So there's a part of the oil that gets processed and sold internally for consumption. And the Islamic Republic makes money from selling that internally to its own markets.
But it's in real.
Still, it's a revenue. I mean, it's still a revenue. Like petrochemical material, fuel, car fuel. So people pay for that, and it goes into the pocket of the Islamic Republic. So we should add that as a source of their revenue.
Yeah. Can everyone in Iran see this channel? Yeah, I mean, if you have TV and you like to watch the Islamic Republic state media, you can see it, yeah. But whether it helps the innocent Iranian people learn to handle weapons,
where would they get the weapon? That's the problem, right? The problem is that regime supporters, the regime will arm them, but where would the Iranian people get the weapon? Oh, how about this? How do they vet people? Can anti-regime Iranians go and pretend to be Durka to so that they could get some weapons?
Absolutely. That's an excellent thought. Oh my God. If I'm Mossad, I would be having a field day. Hey, I can't smuggle weapons into Iran. You know where I can get them? from the regime. Because we know how to act Durka Durka. We've studied Durka Durka for 47 years. But no regime supporter is going to do the opposite. He's not going to act like pro-American, pro-Israeli to come out, and that's never going to happen. So yes, and in fact, it wouldn't be too difficult.
You know, Ali, if I had my Persian channel on right now, you know what I would be telling my audience? I would be telling them, I told you learning this Islamic bullshit will one day pay off, okay?
Because you have to make a video.
Because for so long on the Persian channel, I was like talking about Hussein and Ali and all of this stuff. And my Persian audience in Iran, I were like, Armin, why are you so obsessed with Islam? We're fucking tired of Islam. Talk about something else. Why is Islam? Like you're an atheist channel. And all we hear about on this freaking atheist channel, we come to this atheist channel to hear about non-Islamic shit. And we come here and you're teaching us about Islam again. And now, if I had my live show on in Persia, I'm like, see, guys, I knew it. I knew if we learned the Durka way, one day, this will have some utility for us. This is your time. Everybody who has been listening to me, go pretend to be a full Durka and get some guns. Like, go get armed, right?
Right. Oh, wait, where'd it go?
Yeah. Know thy enemy. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yes. Right. Oh my God. I knew it. We have to learn the Durka way.
What if they make you shoot someone? Someone says, yeah, I don't think so. If they made everyone who is getting these weapons shoot someone, then people are just they're gonna come back out again. Something's gonna happen. Like, that's just too much escalation. So, what do you have to do to get these weapons?
Hey, Dad. That's what you're supposed to do. Hey, Dad. Where's my gun? Hey, Dad. Give me my gun. Hey, Dad. I want my gun. Right?
I really want to know what that process is.
That's what you do.
Because if they're start reciting the Quran, your average Iranian is gonna be like, I don't know.
Oh, we know the Quran. No. We had to go through that shit so many times in school. We know it. Like Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahmanir Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, Ihdinas siratal mustaqim, siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim ghayril maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Or like, this is the only two chapters of the Quran that Muslims know anyway. Say, Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakun lahu kufuwan ahad. Most atheists and Muslims in Iran only know these two chapters, so we're good.
That's funny because those are the only two phrases that I know as well.
Yeah,
I don't know anything else.
So atheists only know those two chapters of the Quran. And the vast majority of Muslims also only know those two chapters. So we're good. Right.
Yeah.
Also, Roman Vikings, who got those right. Go on.
They can't even check your criminal history because the police stations are destroyed. So, like, in general, it would be very easy to do this. And because they're desperate, I don't think the vetting process would probably be more than like 5 minutes, maybe.
I mean, there are so many Iranians that don't have any record who are anti-regime. You know, like I'm sure there are so many people with a record with the being anti-regime. But they're like, the vast majority of Iranian people are anti-regime, and not every single one of them has a record. So we're going to be fine, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking the people who had criminal records before, and guys, by criminal records, we mean people who were politically against the regime and were maybe there in the Mahsa Amini protests or other. They are the bravest and brightest. They definitely, disproportionately, I feel like, would go and get, and be on the front like this. So how funny is it
Just to be careful here, YouTube, we're not encouraging people to use guns. We're talking about the news in Iran, and that gun that you saw on screen, that was not me or Ali. None of Ali, show your hands. Okay, wait. Oh my God. None of us is carrying any guns. That was a picture. None of us here are holding any weapons. And we're only reporting on the news, and we're not encouraging anybody to do anything. We're just examining the different things that people could do.
We would never do that. We think they might do that. We want to spread awareness to prevent violence.
Yes. And that was just a picture. Oh, and Kerry, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Can't be too careful.
YouTube called Armin. That's funny.
No, guys, seriously, we on Goldie's stream, her stream went down for showing weapons on her live stream on another video, on another YouTube video, and YouTube told Goldie that you were holding a weapon live on air. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? So no. So we have to be careful.
All right, I'm just going to send that to you on Telegram.
Thank you.
Then, yeah, I'll leave that for last so we end on a good note. Here, just go back to the other stage. Yeah.
Okay. So, oh yeah, you did it right. You did it.
Let's go.
You did it. Oof. Okay.
All right. So I don't even know how this happened. Okay, this is also breaking news. Can anyone tell me who this is? Wait, why did it? Okay. Can anyone tell me who this is?
The left guy, I know. Who's the right guy?
Yeah. So this guy is Qasem Soleimani, and this guy is someone that Qasem Soleimani trained for the better part of...
We can't see your mouse. You have to click on the screen so that when you're moving your mouse, we can see your mouse. Oh, now you're... Yeah,
well,
okay.
We'll just talk about it then. So the guy on the left is Qasem Soleimani. He was pretty much number 2 in the regime for a long time, and he got boomed by President Trump. The guy on the right is someone that he trained for a long time in Iraq. So he's part of Iraqi militia, and he trained him for a long time. And this guy was apparently pretty high up there. Today, the man on the right in Turkey was arrested and turned over to the FBI in the United States. So he is currently captured because he was plotting to attack Jewish synagogues in the United States.
Wow.
And Europe. And he's been planning this since February when the war started.
Wow.
His name is Mohammed Bagher Saud Dawood al-Saadi.
How do you find these things, Ali? That's a great find.
Yeah.
The commander of an Iraqi militia has been charged with plotting to attack Jewish sites in the United States, including a synagogue in New York, and carrying out attacks in Europe as part of a broader campaign of retaliation by Iran since the war began in February. And he's been trained. This guy was trained by Qasem Soleimani.
Yeah, they have so many pictures together. I think he's going to be tried in New York, actually, in Manhattan. So, yeah. He was a part of Kataib Hezbollah, an Iraqi militia that is a proxy for the IRGC.
Yeah, Kataib Hezbollah.
So this happened
today. Is
Hmm?
Kataib part of Hashd Shabi? I think Kataib is part of Hashd Shabi, no?
I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, the FBI have him right now. So if they have him, they're going to get other people. Because remember, guys, you wouldn't you wouldn't just go in and arrest him without potentially being able to get other people as well. Like, you want the trails. Worst case scenario, if you have nothing going on and your best bet is to just take him, then you take him. But if you can get other people, you will do that. So I like that. And
So yeah, I was right. Kataib is part of Hashd al-Shabi. Kataib Hezbollah is a core founding component of Al-Hashd al-Shabi, or in English they're called the Popular Mobilization Forces.
oh, it is them. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know how he was turned over to the FBI because he was captured in Turkey. And I don't know if Turkish officials did this, but I just know that he's in FBI custody.
Dominic is saying his goats will be sad. I think they will be relieved. What do you mean? Like, I don't think they're not gonna be sad. They're gonna be happy. Poor goats. Oh my god, I'm so glad. Wait, so he's now in where is he now? In New York?
Yeah, his lawyer is based in New York, so they're thinking that they're going to be tried in New York, the federal court.
No,
Yeah,
no,
interesting
Katoib
stuff.
doesn't mean book. Katoib is like a battalion. Right. So you know what? I'm really happy that he is not dead, because it's so humiliating. Somebody so anti-American to be in prison in America is so humiliating. That's worse than death.
True. All they have to do is just let him speak his garbage, and I think that's enough evidence.
What's his name again?
His name is, it's like, Mohammed Baqir Saad Dawood al-Sadi. So Mr. Sadi is what they're calling him.
He's Iraqi himself? Sounds
I'm assuming
Arab.
so. Yeah, if he's in the Iraqi militia, he was a commander.
Mohammed Baqir Saad Dawood al. Yeah, that guy is not Iranian. He's Arab.
Yeah,
Al-Sadi.
al-Sadi. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, do you remember Tommy Robinson?
Yes.
So,
of course.
we have another protest coming up, which
Ooh.
is I believe it's tomorrow, right? Tomorrow and the day after, or is it?
Yes.
Yeah, tomorrow. So in London, more than 10 buses coming to London tomorrow. 10 of them confirmed, all Persian from all around the country of the United Kingdom, coming just because of you, man, because of Tommy Robinson. We know what you're doing for the UK. Be strong. You have our support.
Oh my God.
Isn't that cool?
That's amazing. Yes. Wait. Oh my God, guys, were you watching my show earlier today on Iran Revolution Live? Did you see it?
No, not today.
Okay, let me tell you, because this is it's actually good that you haven't seen it, because it shows, because look at this. Let me tell you, on the show today, at the end of the show, I was telling people that tomorrow is Tommy Robinson's rally. And I was telling Iranians in the UK, I was like, guys, Iranians in the UK, please, Tommy was there for us when so many people weren't. Tommy stood with us. Tommy fought for us. Tommy supported Iranians against the Islamic Republic more than so many people. He was there for us when we needed him, and we need to respond. He has a rally tomorrow. And I want everybody in UK, like I was encouraging all the people in UK to go, but I also told Iranians in the UK, please, you need to respond. You need to respond to Tommy supporting us with us supporting him. So if you're in the UK, go to Tommy's rally. And look, the Iranians were thinking the same thing.
Great.
Look at, can you read it one more time?
Hey, mate, just to let you know, more than 10 buses coming to London tomorrow, 10 of them confirmed, all Persian from all around the country coming just because
Oh
of
my
you,
God.
man. We know what you're doing for the UK. Be strong. You have our support. Hope to see you tomorrow.
Oh my
Yeah, remember,
God,
he got a lot of
amazing.
hate.
Yes, of course. That's what all he does. That's what he gets all the time. Yeah.
10 buses
So
full.
look-
So when I was going to the LA protests, one of the times I went in the bus, and let's see, we had like 6 buses. That was like a few hundred people. So that's great. Also, by the way, a lot of the Persian restaurants or grocery markets and other groups in the area, they sponsor these buses for Iranians to just, get on them for free.
I'm so proud of Iranians right now, man. I'm so proud of Iranians.
Tusi's making a speech. That's cool.
Oh yeah, he makes good speech. Tusi makes good speeches. Look at these comments. Joe is saying, "Wow, this is just what I could expect from these amazing people." Salute. Thank you, Javi. And then Neil Bunny saying, "Oh no, first this one." Neil Bunny saying, "I've been in that crowd before. It's a lot of people." And then Neil Bunny also saying, "Gathering from 11 a.m. March starts at 1 p.m. but be finished by 5:30 p.m. Speakers would most likely start around 2 to 3 p.m. Good to know, Neil Bunny. And Tommy has been trying so hard to encourage people to be peaceful. Have you seen his videos encouraging people to be peaceful?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely still the way, guys. Prince Reza Pahlavi himself says that as well. Every time you're out there, you're the representation of all of us. That is why you see a lot of the pro-Palestinian crowds, they show their true colors. They're always violent. They're always causing disturbances. And then you go see the clips of Iranian people supporters, right? Police are mellow. They're super chilled out. We give roses. We give food. I post these clips myself, and some of them, but like we give food and roses and very peaceful. Even when people get in our face, we don't resort to violence or anything like that.
Should I play his video? Do you have anything
Yeah.
else to show?
No, that's it.
Okay.
You should play it.
Okay, let's go here and then remove this and add this.
Everyone who opposes us, who wants to destroy Britain, wants us to fail. The world is watching. We cannot fail. The government want you to fail. The terrorists and jihadists and Islamists want you to fail. And the media want you to fail. Do you want to fail or do you want to succeed? Do you want to beat them? If we want to beat them, no aggression, none. Not even if you're provoked into aggression. Win by smiling at them. Do not raise to it, please. It's that important that we don't let them win. No face coverings. This is the reason why. I know some people get, well, what about my job? If you have to cover your face, don't come. The reason we have no face coverings, look at January 6th. We've seen infiltration at many of the demonstrations before. When they can cover their face, that gives the government an opportunity, and far left or far right groups an opportunity to come into our movement to destroy our credibility, to have the media used as a weapon to photograph masked people kicking off. So if you see someone covering their face, they are not part of our movement, and they must remove that face covering or leave our demonstration. We don't want any face coverings. We don't want any aggression. If you're provoked, even if you're provoked, if you rise to it, you're giving them what they want. So smile in their face for this day. Smile and raise above it for your country. Do not let your country down. Children and families and women are coming to this event. This is not an event to bring your anger. I know how angry you are because I'm angry. But if we want to win, hold it down, lads. Every group has one lad. I was always the lad who does too much, who goes too far. Yeah. So get that lad in place. Right? Direct them. We want you. Okay. But if you can't control your anger, if you can't not wear a face covering, then please, for your country, don't come. Stay at home, okay? May 16th, we're going to succeed. We're going to win. It's going to be the biggest event in British history ever. And the world is watching, and the world isn't just watching, but trust me, they're supporting. Everywhere we're going, they're watching. We're inspiring the world, Britain. Let's go.
Yeah. That was great. I love Tommy. I love Tommy. I hope the whole UK knows how lucky they are to have Tommy.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, when you guys do go, please be aware of your surroundings.
Yes. Yeah, CMD saying, Armin, he has one for the police as well. I already played that on the Iran Revolution live show that we had before. So, yes, saw that. Thank you for telling me. But yeah. Okay. Ali, thank you for. Can you send me that video? That the Tommy one as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm making you.
I sent you the one with the gun, or I mean the.
Oh, thank you.
The prop.
Thank you. I'm gonna show both of those on Iran Revolution. I already showed the 15 conditions, the banners of the Islamic Republic, the one that you found. All the stuff that you find, I collect and I use it on my show.
That's good. More people can see it.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna head out. Don't forget. Oh no, we're not. Wait, subscribe to Ali's YouTube channel. Where are you at right now?
I am at.
Let me see.
578.
Oh, guys, we're getting Ali to 1,000 very soon. Again, guys, we're trying to get Ali to 1,000. We're more than halfway there. I'm going to put a link to his channel in the live chat. Please go there and subscribe. We'll be very grateful if you do that. So this is Ali Samani's channel. So yeah, let's get them to 1,000 so we can monetize.
Day 15 of the YouTube journey. So I can learn how YouTube works and how to make videos so that when I go to Iran, I can go show you guys what it's like on the street.
Yeah. Yes. And also, if you want to come talk to me and Ali in our discussion group, I'll put the link to that in the chat as well. Yeah, let me go to that. So that's his YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. And our discussion group, the link to that. You could also scan the QR code on the top left. That will take you to this discussion group right here. And if you go to the calendar, not the calendar, you can see from the open discussion days so guys, the premium and VIP days are for the people who are premium members of VIP, but the open discussion ones, you could see if it has my picture, I'm hosting it, and you could come talk to me. And if it has Ali's picture, you could come and talk to Ali, and Ali's hosting them. And Ali, actually today, you're hosting one today.
Yeah, in an hour.
In 1 hour. Oh, okay, guys. Again, I'll put the link to the discussion group one more time in the chat. And this is open. It's free for everybody to join. And you could go talk to Ali in 1 hour. So again, one more time, I'm going to put the link in the chat. The link is also in the description and also the QR code in the top left. In 1 hour, Ali will be in this discussion group, and you could go talk to him, ask him questions, give him your opinions, and all of that. Oh, great. Great job, A2. Thank you.
A2. That's a funny name. Yeah, everyone's so kind. Thank you guys so much. Didn't expect it. Did not expect that.
Yeah, go support Ali's discussion group as well then. Go join the group and go talk to him.
Yeah, if you guys want to come ask questions, I can answer them.
Awesome. Fantastic. All right, guys, we're about to head out. So, like always, I'm Israel Chai. Long live America. Javid Shah. Payende Iran.
Iran.
See you guys same time tomorrow. Bye, guys.